Make me wear a suit instead of my safety gear? Have fun destroying your company. OKOP. This is OKOP. I'm Samuel Donner.
And I'm John Frye.
And we tell the funniest stories on the internet. And John, have you ever had to wear like a uniform that you didn't want to?
Definitely. I've had two instances.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, the first one, I was working at Mr. Kebab and Falafel.
Amazing.
In Capitola, California. And at the time, I just moved from Florida, young buck, 17 years old, and didn't have a ton of clothes. So I was wearing my attire from the summer before, which was, Tiva sandals.
Yeah. The ones that like strap around your foot.
It's a sandal essentially.
Yeah.
With like colored Velcro straps, colored pants, shirt. And then the owner comes in and he's like, I was a waiter, and he's like, John, you cannot serve people with open toes. It's just not what we do. And at the time I was like, man, let me wear what I want, man. Let me express myself. And now I'm like, I don't want to stare at someone's toes, especially my toes. Like if someone else has my toes, I don't need to see that.
I don't know, John. I think you might get extra tips from those customers with a foot fetish.
I one time had some 60-year-old grannies that they threw down some cash for me, dude.
Hey.
They liked what they saw.
They trying to buy John out, get a night at the hotel above the falafel place.
And let me tell you, at that point in time, I was for sale. I was like, if you have money for my 17-year-old broke ass, here I am.
Let's just say the falafel wasn't the only meat they're getting. Oh, John's serving up some fresh beef.
Although falafel does not have any meat, I still
is the falafel
shawarma has some meat.
They don't have any meat in the falafel.
It's
well, I know the falafel is
garbanzo beans.
Oh shit!
It's blended garbanzo beans. Although it does taste very hearty. I will give it to you.
Is there any meat?
There's no. I don't know if there's any common iteration of a falafel.
Well, but is there meat like served with the falafel?
You could get like a shawarma. That's like a common thing. So
it's gonna
serving
be
that shawarma. Hey, the joke still stands. Okay, the joke still. I didn't want to ruin it in the moment, but I did want to educate you.
I appreciate the education. Falafel, no meat.
Anywho, speaking of toes exposed and
exposed toes and
the
uniforms.
Wrong clothing.
Make me wear a suit instead of my safety gear? Have fun destroying your company.
This will be an interesting see how we go from point A to point B there.
It's a journey that goes through time, space, and Reddit.
The Twilight Zone.
The backstory. Father-in-law works for a heavy equipment manufacturer, highway making equipment, machines for gold and gem mining. The machines aren't really relevant to the story, only that they're big and scary enough that everyone is under very strict supervision about safety. Well, almost everyone.
The description of what they work on just makes me think of the Ford F-150.
It can take any rocks that you need. 12 tons of rocks. The Ford F-150's got it.
Crush them like they were meant to be.
This company has one IT guy. He does everything from web admin to the ID badges to the printer isn't working. So obviously, he needs an office with a computer. Only problem is, most of his job is keeping the ancient assembly line machines on life support. So he's constantly on the factory floor fixing error code TI-86 on the machine C-137, a bunch of gobbledygook. That means big machines, one guy fixing them.
Getting his hands real dirty.
Yeah, just like the Ford F-150 does.
Vroom.
Vroom, vroom, mother effer. The problem. One day, one of the VPs of butt kissing deigns to leave the plush veneer of the C-level suites to enter the plebeian offices and takes great offense to the IT guy wearing jeans, boots, and one of those orange high-vis reflective vests in this strictly suit and tie office.
Mm-hmm.
Protests about IT guys' job duties fall on deaf ears. And since this IT department of one single solitary person doesn't have an official C-level officer, the VP of butt kissing decides to write a new dress code for the IT department. Suit and tie at all times, no exceptions.
No.
IT guy shows up the next day in a suit and tie, as asked, tries to fix an error on the factory floor, and, rightfully, gets turned away at the door for lack of safety gear. My man's not wearing a high-vis vest.
Oh, boy.
He spends a few days in his office goofing off while the errors on the factory floor grow and grow and grow. The fallout. Finally, around 3 a.m. one night, a big production line goes down.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is a huge contract for the company. The company might go under if this client goes elsewhere. As such, emergency procedures state all C-level execs and even the owner must be notified immediately if this line stops at any time for any reason. So the upper echelon of the company, including the VP butt kisser, assembles in the boardroom to prepare for the firing spree.
Wow.
Pew, pew, someone's gonna go down.
Uh-oh.
Around 5 a.m., IT guy is ordered into the boardroom where they really lay into him before they fire him. Threats of blacklisting him in the industry, threats of lawsuits for damages, etc. Of course, there's the condescending, now, what do you have to say for yourself? The mic drop. He unfolds a few pieces of paper from his pocket and puts them on the table in front of the owner. This is why I have to wear a suit and tie no matter what. This was my objection because I have to do my job properly. This is the safety officer refusing me entry for lack of safety gear. And this is the record that the VP butt kisser got my emails but never responded.
This guy has the receipts.
He is prepared. Not a pin drop or a cricket chirp could be heard. Just the faint ruffling of papers as the owner read. Finally, he spoke. Your so-called dress code is officially revoked. VP Buttkisser is no longer allowed to have any authority over you. Please put on your safety gear and fix the machine. The rest of us will stay here all day until I'm convinced that this problem will never happen again. VP Buttkisser kept his job. He was very good at doing his namesake after all, but he was transferred to VP of a division that didn't even exist and a workforce of one, only him. Rumor is he kept the job because he was related to the owner somehow, but at least his self-righteousness can't ruin actual work being done.
Bruh. Just like it's so beautifully maliciously compliant because not only was he able to like take the guy down, but also just do nothing, fiddle around with his work.
Yeah, I know. And basically have a chill couple days, relaxing. And like that just shows, keep the receipts, man.
Oh,
keep the receipts,
guys.
The receipts are very important.
They are.
But you know what you should always have on you and make sure you're prepared with?
Oh.
That subscription to OKOP.
Hey, hey.
Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok and Spotify. And if you want to be a real one, support us on Patreon.
Yes, join Muhammad, Amanda, Will Combs, Connor Van Buren, Desiree Canterbury, Keegan Simmons, and Kathy Quigley.
See you soon.